Hi guys, this is Dylan and welcome to my daily forecast video. The month have just ended and we are just beginning a new month, a new trading month of September. Starting off from the euro against US dollar. So as you can see right here, all of these charts are based on a 4-hour time frame and based on the period separator. From one period to another period is exactly 1 month. So if we were to look at the charts in this manner, alright, essentially I'm looking at 1 month progress of a chart based on the 4-hourly time frame. So from the euro against the US dollar, we have seen that, all right, since the beginning of the month of August, all right, the price has been going down all the way. There has been once it actually retraced, rebounded off strongly, but after that, very soon, all right, on the last trading week, it kept going down. All right, tested the previous low right here, but then it actually went down even more, and in fact it has already broke below the previous low. All right, so that's for the euro US dollar. For the pound against the US dollar, all right, for the whole month of August it came down first and then subsequently it just kept on going up, all right, within a rising channel, but then the bottom of the channel has been broken. So possibly in this week or the next few 1 or 2 weeks, the price may start to fall even further until it reaches a more strong demand zone, which from what I see, it should be somewhere right here. That should be around 1.2080, all right, around the price. So that's for pound dollar. Dollar against the Japanese yen. All right, yen being a safe haven asset. For the month of August, it has been ranging. All right, we can see that it's actually ranging in quite a big range, up to a total of 160 pips. There was once, all right, just before the last trading week, that it actually came down a lot and even broke a new low. But after which it came back all the way, and right now it's back to the top of the major range. And as for the dollar against the Swiss franc, all right, for the month of August, all right, has been ranging first, came up, all right, punched out quite quickly, and last week itself we saw the price, the dollar has been strengthening, and it kept on going upwards, and right now it is actually very near a very important level, which I will talk about this later. And Aussie against US dollar, month of August, all right, has actually came out a lot, but then it went through a very long process of consolidation and retracement. Came down a bit, went to consolidation and came all the way down, got supported at the previous low, rebounded off, and then it retraced further. And right now we are kind of seeing that there's a break of a falling structure. So maybe the Aussie against US dollar may continue to go up. And this week we have the rate statement, the cash rate, which the market is not pricing in any rate cuts at the moment, so that could be good for the Aussie. And also US dollar being the fact that it has strengthened a lot the last few weeks, all right, I think there's a possibility the dollar may start to retrace, and then the dollar pairs will have a chance to rebound. Look at the Kiwi against US dollar, all right, as compared to Aussie, Kiwi is definitely much weaker. So for the month of August, it just came all the way down. We don't really see any strong rebound at all. So Kiwi against the dollar is still very weak. So right now it has broke new low and it just keep breaking new low. But then if we were to look at, like, for example, the weekly charts, all right, we know that it is getting very close, all right, to the 2015 low, all right. But this week we are not going to focus on Kiwi dollar, so let's just put it there. And finally, okay, we have the dollar against the Canadian dollar. And we are seeing that dollar CAD is for the month of August has been ranging and seemingly forming a symmetrical triangle, I believe. So we can see, all right, the high are definitely still quite pretty much the same, while the low just keep getting higher. We can see that the top, all right, has been resisted quite consistently. Even like right now, okay, we have seen that the price has been resisted over and over again at 1.3326, all right, and now it's just consolidating. But nevertheless, So we know that it's trading at the top of the range. You may want to try shorting it since it's already at the top of the range. But this week, however, it is still not our focus. All right, so let's go into the pairs that we want to focus on, which first I will want to talk about the euro against US dollar. Now, the euro against US dollar, right? I have been trying to buy the euro against US dollar, because there was a repeating pattern that, keeps telling me that there's a chance that euro dollar will rebound strongly, but however, it never happened. So actually, last week wasn't a very good trading week for myself. But however, since I have been practicing cutting off losses fast enough, so that still helped me to reduce most of my losses. So I kept it to a very minimum, and hopefully this week there will be a good chance for me to buy the euro against US dollar again. So actually, I did share about something very important, a repeating pattern, which I'm going to talk about that later on. But what you're seeing right here, this is day chart. Now, what I'm trying to do right here is that I'm trying to measure the volume of a strong downtrend. All right, so like for example, since it started right from here, all right, it's a total of 280 pips. All right, followed by another 280 pips. It's like an A, B, C, D. It went up. All right, another 244 pips. Then in any case, if you average it out, all right, we can see that it's about 230 pips for every new downtrend. All right, so in fact, I have tried to like for example, if I put it as about 230 pips or 244 pips, I think this is quite the average. So if I pull it out, all right, and I measured it against the current wave, okay, actually there's still a little bit more to go. Okay, so but as we can see, as he break the previous low, all right, this is 212. Okay, and here breaking the previous low, this is 258. All right, average about 230. So just slightly a little bit more. So we can see that actually the whole volume of this downtrend is coming to an end. So every time it breaks a new low, now this is what I'm going to share. For example, right here, once it break a new low, all right, it actually took about a couple of days, like 2 days, all right, to find a support, and finally it rebounded off, and that is still a good 130 to 150 pips, over 100 pips. So definitely that would be a good amount of profit to be made just to trade the rebound, to buy the rebound. All right, and right here as well, after you break a new low right here, all right, similarly it found support somewhere here on the next day. Okay, we can see strong pullback, and eventually it went up again. All right, this is total of 200 pips. So right now the same thing is happening again. All right, price has broke below. All right, so now it has found support somewhere right here, 1.0983. We're gonna see what's gonna happen today. So because the US session is closed, all right, the US bank is on holiday, and so I don't think there will be much trading activity for today. But we would like to see if the price is able to find support at this level, and should the price really found support right here, and it starts to forms a minor range, all right, we want to wait for the price to be trading at the bottom of the minor range, and then we try to look for an opportunity to buy. All right, so for that, we will keep a close look. We observe what will happen for today, and then tomorrow we might be able to derive a plan to buy the euro against US dollar. All right, so that's for the euro against US dollar. Alright, so the next one I want to talk about, alright, is the dollar against the Swiss franc. Now, dollar against the Swiss franc, there's a very interesting pattern right here. But let's start off from the day charts, or rather even the weekly charts, because there's something that's interesting right here I want to show. Actually, the dollar franc has been in a very has been consolidating, trading within a very huge range. All right, ever since from this price onwards, you can see that this is a very huge ascending triangle starting from 2014. What we are seeing right now is that the price has already came down and trading somewhere in the middle of these ascending triangles. So from what I see is that I think that the price can still go a little bit lower, maybe somewhere right here. There's a very important demand zone. All right, and that's where we might want to consider the buy. But as of now, from the current price to the bottom, there's still a huge space for us to make profit from. So here's a pattern that I think is very interesting right now. If we look at the 4-hourly charts, now you can see that this is a very strong downtrend. All right, similarly, this is the same one as well. In fact, all right, the volume is pretty much the same, and a very interesting pattern is actually forming right here. All right, this is not any kind of harmonic patterns I've taught so far, but you can see that this pattern has been kind of repeating itself, and I think it is something that we might want to, actually look at it, because if this pattern really is going to repeat itself again, then I think we have a good opportunity to sell somewhere at the current price or maybe a slightly higher. So again, when we want to look for a price to sell, we want to look for the most important supply zone in this case, because we want to sell. So if I were to look at the previous charts, all right, certainly we will try to find a supply zone or the demand zone. We want to look for the breakout point. So here is actually a rising trend line, and this area somewhere right here is the breakout point. So the price right here, okay, should provide us with some good supply zone. And of course, if I were to put the trend line in this manner, okay, you can see that from maybe somewhere 0.9922 all the way to 99.44 could be the area of execution we want to go for the sell. All right, so maybe the formation will form something like this. I think there's a good chance for us to sell it again, and hopefully this time around, all right, it will still break out of this rising structure, and then just like what happened right here, all right, and the price can goes down, can go down again as much as this. Then we'll be able to make quite a good profit out of this, and then hopefully it can go even lower, right, into this very key important demand zone. So that is for the dollar against the Swiss franc. Okay, and last but not least will be the gold. All right, so fundamental side of this of gold has not changed at all. We still want to buy the gold. We still believe that the gold will continue to appreciate. If you look at the weekly chart, all right, it should be able to keep climbing at least until it reaches somewhere at this level. Okay, so definitely is somewhere after 1006, then we might be facing some very strong supply which will stop the gold from climbing further again, but that is still very far away. So what we want to focus right now is that we want to find opportunity to buy the gain. If you look at the weekly chart, ever since it started to keep surging upwards, there's only like for example right here, okay, we see that there's only one very small bearish candle right here before the price actually start to go up, because it's obviously that this range itself, this price level right here is the demand zone. So similarly for this, for our current situation right here, all right, this could be also the very important demand zone. Sorry, this is the demand zone. Okay, so we essentially want to buy close enough to the demand zone. So if we were to go into small time frame, the day charts, or maybe the 4-hourly charts, we can see that it's actually forming a pattern. All right, I'm not sure if you are able to spot it, but in my case, I see this as a bad pattern. Okay, so and just nice enough, I think this is a very important demand zone as well, because this is the breakout point. Okay, you can see that this is the breakout point. So somewhere right here, definitely there will be a lot of sell orders being trapped right here. Okay, so I think if you can just wait for the price to go down to this level, probably this will also help us to form an ABCD. All right, then just nice, somewhere at the price of 1403 to 1005, I mean around that level, that would be probably one of the best price for us to go in for the buy. Okay, and of course we can also take this trend line as a guidance. So that is for the goal. And yep, that's all for today and for the week itself, and I wish you a good trading week ahead. Thank you.